All right. We are live on Facebook. Happy Saturday, everybody. We get live over here. Happy Saturday. Great day, everybody. Happy Saturday to everybody out there in social media land. We are live. I am live on Facebook. I am live on Instagram. What's going on? Happy Saturday to everybody out there. Great day to each and every one of you. For those of you that are on the West Coast, I say great morning to you guys. All right. For those of you on the East Coast and anything in between, I just want to say happy Saturday to each and every one of you. All right. So I am here gonna have a quick conversation. All right, with those of you that are chiming in, because somebody out there, like for real, straight up, y'all, I just want to say it's your life. It's time to own it. Because one of the things that sometimes we can find ourselves in a position where we get caught up, right? Where we really, I don't even know. I wonder if Facebook can hear my music. But when we get caught up in a situation, not realizing that the greater the challenge, the greater the victory. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but great day. Great day to everybody out there. It's not even. I promise you, we just getting started, all right? So happy Saturday. Let me know where you're chiming in from on this incredible Saturday. I can tell you, I just want to tell you all out there, all right, how one yes can for real turn every single thing around. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this party started. Take the time to tag, take the time to share, take the time to tell somebody, all right, that the time for change is not just now, but right now. So that song you guys are listening to as you are jumping on this live today is called Put You On Some Game. All right. And so on this Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, I am simply going to take the time to have a moment to put you on some game. You see, somebody is watching this live today in which you came into the new year super excited about change. Somebody is jumping on here today, and I don't know, but you're at that point in which you are about to give up, or perhaps you've even given up. You see, research shows that 80% of the people that jump into a new year right now at this point have already given up, have already quit on those New Year's resolutions. And that is why I'm so big on saying, let's stop making these New Year's resolutions, but instead, let's create some solutions so we don't have to continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's called insanity. And I'm saying that from the heart, ladies and gentlemen, because that used to be me, where I would get up every single January 1st, super excited about what was going to happen. But I found myself doing the same thing. Thank you so much. Over and over and over and over again, and nothing was happening. So I want to talk to that person who's been struggling with your weight loss goals, and you are about to give up because everything that you tried is just not working. I want to talk to that person who is out there and you are struggling with the bills. You are still trying to figure out how to pay Paul because you robbed Peter over the holiday season time, and things just have not shifted coming into the new year, where you got to do one or two things. You either got to make a decision to let go of some things, because sometimes you got to let go in order to let God, or you got to make a decision to say, I got to create more in my household in order to bring about this change. Whatever your reason is, I want to talk to that person out there who right now is saying, you know what, I've been looking for something. I've been searching for something. I need to figure out a way in order to now take, right? Because somebody out there is right now dependent upon these tax return dollars that's about to come into your household. And I'm speaking to you guys just because I remember being that stay-at-home mom. I remember being that woman that as we filed our taxes every single year, we could not wait in order to get that money back, just so that, number one, we could catch up on some bills. You see, I want to talk to that person today in which you're saying, I need this tax refund so that I can get my household together. I need this tax refund so that now I can go out and buy me some things that I couldn't buy during the year. You see, that is the mindset that the world wants to keep us in, ladies and gentlemen, to now sit back every year and to wait on just a little bit of money in order to have a little bit of fun in a given season. But how about changing your mindset? How about being straight up with yourself, taking ownership of your life and saying, I gotta stop this cycle, ladies and gentlemen, to create an income coming into your household. And now you have the mindset to invest some of those tax dollars into a home-based business that can literally bring you some results, that can literally turn that little investment into now you creating some more income coming into your household in order to bring about true change. You see, I speak to every single one of you today because I remember, for real, 8 years ago when the struggle was real. You see, we had bought into, I won't say bought into, but we were a part of the system that the world teaches. And that system is for us to get up, right? To go to school, to get a job, and to build somebody else's dream for our entire life, only to now come back and to realize that 40 years later, right, after we've given 40 hours for 40 years, for 40 hours for 40 years to retire on 40% of our income. You see, Nate and I realized a long time ago that that was insanity. So therefore, we embarked upon this journey called entrepreneurship, right? Many, many years ago, over 30 years ago, in which we realized that the only way for us to bring about true change, the only way for us to begin to even think about legacy for our family, the only way for us to begin to realize that, you know what, we deserve to live this one life. Every single one of y'all watching today, you deserve to live this one life the way that you want to live on your own terms. But how do you do that? The only way to do that is to be straight up with yourself and to take ownership of where you are, to realize that we all mess up in life. We all make mistakes. But the greatest thing is that we all have the opportunity that as we fall down, we have a chance to get back up. And it's unfortunate that so many people never make a decision in this life to get back up. And I'm saying to every single person out there, if you're at that point of giving up, if you're at that point of not having hope, if you're at that point of not really fully understanding your purpose and what God has put you here on this earth, then I'm telling you that you got to say yes to something. You got to say yes and connect with a community. You got to say yes and get a part of a culture that now can help you to thinking differently, that can help you to believing in more, that can help you to for real shifting your life in order to understand that your health and everything else around it truly is the most important thing that we have. And so I can remember being a woman who was afraid. I was a woman who couldn't do lives like this. I couldn't talk in front of a room. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't do any of this stuff. I used to stutter. But I could tell you, it's something about when you begin to realize the greatness that God has put on the inside of you, that that greatness will begin to manifest on the outside. I am created for greatness. Y'all say that I am created for greatness. But I could tell you, our life was spiraling backwards when I made a decision, when I decided to own up and to be straight up with myself. You see, I started business after business, right? Opportunity after opportunity. And I wanted to win, but guess what? I wasn't putting in the work. I didn't have the mindset in order to win in the very thing that I was putting my hands to. But there's something called life. You see, life is going to happen to every single one of us. And it's not a matter of when something is going to happen. It's a matter of when it happens, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit back and just allow life to roll us over? Or are we going to now take a stand and take control in order to bring about a change? So as corporate America, right, that 40-40-40 plan that my husband got up every single day. He was never home with the family. He traveled, he sacrificed, he was in dangerous positions, like for real, even as an engineer. You would not believe the stories, but I can remember the sacrifice that was made. And we still was living paycheck to paycheck with a 6-figure plus a year income. And we said, this cannot be the answer. But guess what? We realized that corporate America, that 40-40-40 plan that the world buys into, they don't care whether you eat. They don't care whether you got a roof over your head. They don't care whether your kids have the things that they need. They just don't care, right? So that is the reason why we always knew that becoming an entrepreneur, now grabbing a hold of our purpose and now beginning to create different vehicles, right? Multiple streams of income like the wealthy do, right? Multiple streams of income in order to now have the more in life that every single one of you watching today, you absolutely deserve. But you got to know it. You got to know that you deserve it. You got to be straight up with yourself. And you got to go out and you got to take ownership and begin to own the things, those gifts and those talents that God has placed on the inside of you. They are meant to become your reality, right? So we were tired. I was tired of saying yes to different things and being the same person. So I had to grow. I had to elevate my mind. I had to read some books. I had to listen to some audios. But on top of it, I had to find the right vehicle that would now help us to go from broke, that would help us to go from bankrupt, that would help us to go from the position that corporate America had us living paycheck to paycheck, below the paycheck, trying to figure out how to feed the kids at night, trying to figure out how to put gas in the car. Come on, y'all. I know I can relate to somebody. I had to be straight up with myself. And I had to take ownership because it's my life. And as I positioned myself, you see, the greatest thing in life is when opportunity presents itself and you are prepared. You see, when opportunity presents itself, ladies and gentlemen, now therein lies success. And so opportunity came our way as we were spiraling backwards, as the job failed us, as there was no 25 years. Come on, my husband committed of himself 25 years as an engineer, right? As an engineer, in which one day corporate America said, we don't need you anymore. You see, I left my job on purpose, but I can tell you, I know that every single thing, everything that I've been through, from being in real estate, from being in finance, from being in corporate America, that it all is just a setup for the come up as God is presenting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. You see, if you believe that 2023 is the Jordan year, what are you doing in order to go out and to get yours? What are you doing in order to go out and to manifest the things that has been placed into your heart? You got to be straight up with yourself, and you got to take action. So being prepared, right? Because of the fact that we were looking for something as life was spiraling backwards, as I was overweight, as so many people right now are struggling with their health goals, right? So many people don't even realize that your gut, that's why I talk about the gut so much. Your health, for real, is dependent upon your gut. And we were not designed to have unhealthy guts. Every single illness, every single disease can stimulate from your gut. So you got to pay attention to gut health. And that's why I'm forever grateful for being introduced to a vehicle with some products that began to change my entire life, because I had a big gut, right? Bottom line. And so I found myself in my 40s, right? I'm now 53. I feel absolutely amazing as I am 4.5 inches off of this waistline, 22 pounds down in the year of 2022. All right. And I can tell you that life is meant to be lived, but if you don't feel good, you cannot operate. You cannot operate in your full purpose as God intended you to operate in. And so when I was overweight and I was looking for something, I thank God, because all I did was start to sip on a simple cup of tea, y'all, like this. A simple cup of tea. In a time in my life in which I didn't even believe in myself. In a time in life in which, you know what, I was making all kinds of excuses. In a time in my life in which our backs was not just up against the wall, they were through the wall. And God was saying, Pam, what you gonna do? Because everything you need is inside you. Everything you need is right around you. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be straight up with yourself and take ownership? And so I did. And so my first story many, many years ago, yes, I lost some weight. And that story began to turn into some phenomenal things in which, you know what? I don't even have a representation. Babe, you can hand me my ring, please. Right? I don't even have it on my finger. But I could tell you, ring after ring after ring after ring began to come on this little finger. Right? Ring after ring, which represented success, which represented change, which represented, you know what? I started to share my story left and right, day in and day out, in order to give hope to the world, in order to let the world know that your health is your greatest wealth and you don't have to settle in that position. As I was introduced to this incredible pack of tea right here, and I started to boil some water, a simple pot of water, day in and day out. Whenever it ran out, I was boiling more water and I was sipping on the #1 cleansing tea in the entire world. Yes, there's been duplicates. Yes, there will always be duplicates of people trying to be the best, but I could tell you nothing can touch these 9 herbs that come together. Babe, did you hear me? That come together, that literally, home base, y'all, that literally come together. Babe, you got earphones in? All right. Anyway, that come together and literally are going to cleanse your body out at a cellular level, right? And so I started to sip on this tea, and I was able to change my life, right, as a result of it. And then I realized that there's so many people out there in this world who are struggling with weight loss, who are struggling with having that gut, who are struggling with being at the epitome of health, who may not be able to get up out of bed because their bones hurt, their body is hurting. You see, I know that's why I'm sitting back super excited about being able to do a simple squat, because I couldn't squat. You see, I didn't realize that for every pound of weight that I lost, that it was taking 3 pounds of pressure off of my knees. You see, your health is everything. But then I could tell you, as I was sipping on the tea, I was introduced to an incredible product that came along, and it's a vitamin. How many of you get up and you take some type of vitamin every single day? Some type of vitamin. It may be vitamin C, vitamin D, right? Because at the end of the day, people around the world realize, just because of what the world has been through and what the world continues to go through, is that you know what, I got to do something different in order to put some things into my body. But it is truly about a complete and total lifestyle change. You see, it doesn't matter if you put these products into your body, but you're not drinking water. It doesn't matter if you put these products into your body and you don't have the mindset of changing your eating habits. It doesn't matter if you're putting these things into your body and you have the mindset of saying, I need to move my body every single day for my overall health. So I replaced those pill form vitamins because they weren't even being absorbed into my body with this incredible vitamin called NutriBurst. And as I began to sip on this, I can tell you that everything began to change. You see, I thank God for this, because not only has it been able to change the lives of so many people around the world, but I always go back to the fact that, see, you got to know that your next level in life, somebody out there is waiting on you. Somebody out there is waiting for you to connect to the perfect vehicle in order to help them bring about change. And as my dad now rests in peace, I thank God for this. Because I, as a baby of 5, as I was introduced to this product, as I became a caregiver to my parents, first with my mom, as I watched my mom, literally, as I started a home-based business, and I was building this business by her bedside in the hospitals, in rehabs, and all kinds of situations, fighting with the doctors, give my mom a tablespoon of this, right? And they wouldn't listen. My dad's health was failing at the same time. But I could tell you, as my dad ended up flat on his back, he stopped responding to us. He wouldn't communicate with us. All kinds of things was happening. And I was like, Lord, I cannot lose both of my parents at the same time, as I lost my mom on Christmas morning and did not skip a beat. I can tell you all that as my dad's story started to progress, as he was literally put on a service that gave him 6 months, just to make the story short and sweet and to the point, my dad was blessed. And I give God all of the glory first and foremost, because had it not been for him, I would have never connected to these incredible products. But I watched my dad remain on this earth for 4 more years, full-blown conversations. Memory got incredible. And when he closed his eyes back in 2020, because his mission here on this earth was done, he was not sick. In a season in which I couldn't even touch him, I had to talk to him through a window. I had to smile and say, Daddy, I'll hug you soon. I never got a chance to hug him, but I can tell you that this product and the grace of God changed my dad's entire life, and I'm forever grateful. And that's a vitamin, y'all. It's a vitamin. I'm talking a vitamin in which 1 tablespoon is like you eating 10 salads that you're not going to eat today, right? It's going to give you 98% absorption directly into your system, so you feel good, right? And then let's talk about happiness, because mental health is everything. And there's so many people that are leaving this world, unfortunately, just simply because of having to deal with the pain of going through life and understanding that, you know what, it's not that bad. That these challenges that we come to, these challenges, when we push through them, y'all, when we're straight up with ourselves, right, that we can get through it. And so to have a product like this, the NRG, in which it's all natural energy, it's going to turn on your energy, it's going to turn off the appetite so you can burn some fat, burn some calories, all of that good stuff. But on top of it, it's known as the happy pill. And so now you take this, you're going to elevate your mood. So you're elevating your mood so you feel better. So that now you can get up every single day and you can grab a hold of something. You could be straight up and say, you know what? I'm not doing what I need to do in order to move forward. I'm not doing the things that I know that I could do in order to have a better life. I am settling. It's time to stop settling. Let me turn on some happiness. Let me turn on some focus with an incredible product. Let me sit down in front of my desk. Let me get up and let me exercise. Let me pay attention to my health. You see, it's the perfect combination. When you put health plus the opportunity to now create some financial change in your household, it's a perfect combination. And so these are just three of our main products, but I could tell you that as we started to grow, we started to get instant because we live in a microwave society, right? So we got our instant fruit punch, our instant original tea, our CBD teas, right? In which if you don't feel the happiest, this is going to help with your mood. If you have difficulty sleeping because of the things that you're going through right now, your skin is not the clearest, try some of our CBD tea, right? All hemp, no high. But I can tell you we had to create microwave because the world has a microwave mindset. But when it comes time to success, see, that's the reason why 80% of the people who started New Year's resolution have already quit on themselves, have already given up. Why? Because they want things right now, not understanding that the greatness, the best, you become who you need to become in the process. So when you learn how to embrace the process and you learn how to be straight up with yourself, now you're able to take ownership of your life in order to bring about the change. And imagine a vehicle with products that allow you to get your health right and to create some financial stability in your household. And so these products were the game changer. I got to tell you about this one. This one is another one. You struggling with weight loss. You need a coach in a bottle. You find yourself walking to the pantry. You got all kinds of garbage in your pantry because you go down the wrong aisles when you go to the grocery store because that stuff is calling you. High fructose corn syrup, go in your closet. If you got it in there, that's the reason why you can't stop eating it. It is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. Yes, I said it. And they're sneaking it in everything, even in a Ritz cracker. All right. So pay attention to the stuff that you're putting into your bodies. But this right here, I'll coach you right on through it. It's called our resolution. It's a solution. It's a game changer. Okay. In which now you're going to be able to stay on point and get rid of the garbage and the nonsense in order to achieve your goals and to knock off those pounds. So stop playing. Because the most amazing thing to me is that people will ask when it comes time to health and wellness products, what's in it? But you don't ask what's in that McDonald's hamburger. You don't ask what's even in that restaurant meal as they put all kinds of sodium and all kinds of stuff into that food, MSG, in order to make your taste buds want to come back and say, I need some more. We don't ask those questions, right? We sacrifice to go out and buy the things, all right, that really and truly don't even matter, but we won't sacrifice and get the stuff that our body needs. The most important thing, because it's where we live, it's where our spirit lives, it's where everything, our mind, it's where everything lives, and we don't take care of it. It's crazy. It's an investment in you when you invest in some products that help you bring about change. So now let's shift, right? Because I can get passionate about these products. But I want to tell you all, because somebody watching me right now is struggling. Somebody watching me right now can't wait for that tax return. And my heart goes out to you because I used to be you. I used to, back in the day, many, many years ago, when we got refunds, right? But when you're a boss, when you got a business that works, you end up having to owe some taxes. And you know what? It's a trade-off, but I can tell you, it's a good thing. But I know what it feels like to be sitting back waiting on tax day. I know what it feels like to now get that tax return. And I'm super excited because now I could go out and I could do some of the things as I've had to tell my kids no all year long, because not because they needed to hear no, but because we had no choice but to tell them no, right? Right. You see, I know what it feels like to now go and to go buy all these things, one time a year, and to be able to do so. I know. What if you shift your mindset today and take a piece of that tax return? It don't even have to be a whole lot, just a little bit. You can start a home-based business for about $100, although I say don't make your minimums your maximums, because now you don't have any product. The product that I just told you is going to change your life and change the lives of others. But you can get in the game. I said I was going to put y'all on some game today, right? And so you can get in the game. So let's talk about that person that's sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, that gets up and goes to a job that you don't even like every single day, because 75% of the world don't even like their job, right? Let's talk to that person that says, you know what, I want more in life, but you know what, all they're giving me is a 25-cent raise, a 10-cent raise, a dollar raise. Come on, y'all do the math. And now you're going to sit back and you're going to do this for 40 years only to have 40% of what you bring home today, in a world in which right now there's so much uncertainty, in a world in which AI is taking over. And if you're in the customer service jobs and all those industries, guess what? A robot one day is going to take your job. Come on, straight up. Be straight up with yourself. It's your life. It's time to take some ownership. So let's talk about how you could take these products. Yes, you can lose some weight. You can put on some muscle. You can exercise. You can have fun and feel good and create some extra money in your household. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's amazing to me how some people look at our industry and they say, oh, that's a scam. That's a scheme. It's not a scam. It's a scheme. Your job, everything is a scam. It's the biggest scam. It's the biggest scheme. Why? Because people buy into it and they stop there. Your job is meant for you to leverage it so that you can become more, so that you can now move in your purpose and to do the things that God has placed in your heart, so that you could be a blessing in the lives of others. It's not about you. This world is not about me. It's not. I do everything that I do because I know that out of my story, I know that as I get up every single day and I fight, I know that as I go through the pain and we fail and we get up, we fail, we get up, because sometimes people think because you got to put a ring on it, which I don't have, right? It's over there. I can't get it right now. But when you put a ring on it and life starts to change, that, oh, no, don't work like that. The challenges get bigger. And you got to get up and keep on fighting. So when you take these products, you now tap into a compensation plan that's now going to pay you every single day. What bill you got that's due tomorrow? Is it the light bill? Is it the car note? Is it the gas bill? How about the cell phone bill? Because I promise you, T-Mobile get way too much money from us every single month. I got to figure that out, right? And so now think about it. You need to pay that bill. Then all you got to do is grab a hold of our retail commission, and now you're going to get paid tomorrow, every day. Somebody go to your website today, right? They decide to buy some tea. They decide to buy some NutriBurst, or they decide to say yes to the 15-day challenge. Guess what's going to happen? You get paid tomorrow. 50% commission, partnership. You got a partnership on your job? I doubt it. They are paying you what they feel you are worth. And you know you are worth way more than that paycheck. I know you know it, right? So now you get paid. You got some product on hand. That's why I said when you get these tax refunds, don't make your minimums your maximums, right? Don't do that. Take a portion, invest, get some product on hand, create cash on demand. You now go out, you break down these products, right? One pack of tea that you're going to pay $55 for 5 packs, you go sell it for $20. You do the math. You're paying that bill, right? Breaking all the products down. Then you're going to find other people, because guess what? When you now shift your mindset, you're going to find that there's other people out there that understand they need more income, that understand the power of having a home-based business, that understand that, you know what, I need to start something. I need to invest something. So as you start to become the person that you're looking for, people out there are going to say, hold on, how can I be a part? I need a home-based business. I want to be healthy. It's a no-brainer. I want to be healthy and I can get paid at the same time. And I'm going to lose the weight that I've been carrying around this baby fat for like 15 years. I had the baby 15 years ago. I had the baby 20 years ago. What's our excuse? Not to discount. What about the men? I ain't discounting the men too. Come on, man. We got to be sexy for each other. And guess what? The greatest sexy is healthy. That's the greatest sexy. It's health. All right. And so now we're getting it together and people say yes. And now when people partner with you, you're able to get paid because people start a home-based business. It's not rocket science when they decide to go and they decide to buy some product, right? And guess what? Whatever it is that they put into their cart and they say, yes, I am now starting my home-based business as an entrepreneur, you get paid, right? You get paid 50%. Then you can stop right there. But what's going to happen is in this industry, this is where people start saying, oh, scam, scheme. Come on, man. No. You name any one person that's great that got it done without a team. You can't. Teamwork makes the dream work, and this is no different. So now as you start to build a team, you start to help other people get paid. You help other people. And I want to tell y'all, for real, that in this, it's all about the numbers. You introduce people who say yes. People quit. People start home-based businesses every day and never get started. They quit. I don't understand it, but they do. But you keep going because you're going to find the right ones who get the mindset, who say, you know what, let me go find some people. In which now you're able to create a weekly income. It's called residual income, where now you get paid off of other people's efforts. That's all it is. You see, we're taught linear income. That's the job. You go and you trade your dollars, your time for dollars. I don't care if it's hourly, if it's salary. But the wealthy think residual. The wealthy literally lay down at night and they still get paid. And so that's another way that we build over here in which you're able to make literally up to 20,000 plus a week. That's how we got 5 rings put on our finger, which I don't have on today. I keep saying that, right? I was hoping somebody around me would hear me, but that ain't happening. All right. But anyway, and so now it's happening. Your team is growing. You're laying out at night and you're getting paid. Why? Because people want the products. People keep buying the products. So as people say yes to their health, you're getting paid. It's a no-brainer. And then the thing just continues to grow, y'all. As your team grows, you check into matches. When somebody in your organization now gets paid, you're going to get a portion of it, a percentage of it. It's called profit sharing. It's incredible. And so I can tell you that as this thing begins to grow, as this thing begins to build, if you choose to build it, the choice is yours. Because I want to tell everybody watching today, it's not going to happen by rocket science. Okay? In order to have the rings that we have in our possession and on our fingers, it takes hard work. But I'm talking to that person that says, you know what? I don't know if I'm willing to put in all that hard work, but I need to pay a bill. I need to be healthy. You told me, Pam, that I could say yes, I can get healthy today, and I could share my link in these products, and I'm going to get paid tomorrow or cash in my hand today. That's money. Yeah. And I can show you how you can get started right now with whoever invited you on here today, right? Right? Get started right now and have a check in your hand on tomorrow on Super Bowl. Real talk. And so with that being said, I could go on and I could tell you all the different ways because this is a vehicle and an opportunity in which no matter what it is that you do in life, if you work a job, if you have another entrepreneurial mindset and you're doing some other things, vehicles, the wealthy have multiple streams of income. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to be straight up with ourselves and to take ownership of your life. Nobody is coming to save you. Trust me, because nobody came to save us. I had to be straight up with myself. I had to take ownership of my life. I had to realize that, you know what, as I became a product of these products, I was popping, that these products were meant to help to change the life of somebody else. So therefore, I had to live by an example. I had to show you that these products work. I couldn't just be a part and say that I'm representing some products and my body has not transformed. My health has not gotten better. I'm not smiling more, right? So the products work. And as I began to share them and other people started to create their stories, and I realized that people out there are looking for me, they're dependent upon me. As this product right here, this NRG changed our son's life, like for real. Story after story after story. He's about to, the kid that was set up to fail, y'all, the kid that was set up to fail by the school system. One product. You see, it wasn't an option for me to allow the doctors to put a diagnosis or whatever, because he struggled with focusing. It was, no, we ain't going there with medications. One medication you take would make you have to take another medication. Now you're dependent upon me. No, we ain't going here. No, let's look for healthy alternatives. And guess what? The kid that was set up to fail by the school system, as a counselor told him he would never play high school ball, crushed him. Our son wanted to quit at the age of 16. One yes to an incredible vehicle allowed us to bless him, to give him the opportunity as a fifth-year senior. He went to senior high school 2 times. Oak Hill Academy, we paid cash. This vehicle that put rings on our finger, we paid cash. Y'all Google how much the tuition is. We paid cash. Then that kid who still to this day is fighting for his dream. Guess what? D1 offers on the table, full ride scholarship, still fighting. But guess what? This product helps this kid to focus. This product helped that kid to get an associate's degree. This product helped that kid to now say, I am about to be a proud graduate, as he walks across that stadium with his bachelor's degree in May of 2023. And so I say that to everybody watching today. It's not by chance that you came across this live or you're seeing it later. We got to be straight up with ourselves in this life. We got one life to live. And we all have a purpose. And we all have dreams. You're not too old. You're not too young. It's our time. I don't care what's happening in this world. God is saying, get ahead of it and stop settling. And now leveraging the challenges that we go through. We got to leverage them and realize the greater the challenge, the greater the victory. Life is going to happen to every single one of us. It's not a matter of whether we're going to fall down. It's a matter of when and are we going to decide to get back up. So know today that your health is your greatest wealth. If you just want to be healthy, then get back with whoever invited you on here today and grab some products. If you say, you know what, Pam, I'm sick and tired. I want to be able to live life to the fullest. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. And you need a way to make some extra income, then say yes. Get back to the person that invited you on here. Maybe you feel like you don't have a vehicle in which now you can help to change the lives of others, because there's not everybody that says yes to this is broke. People are looking for a way, a vehicle, in order to now implement their purpose, or even to find their purpose in order to help to change the lives of others. That's why I love being an entrepreneur, because God has stretched me to come outside of my comfort zone. God has stretched me to get rid of the fear. God has stretched me to realizing who I am. And I promise you, as an entrepreneur, I will never stop getting up and doing what I need to do in order to be a blessing in the life of somebody else, and to also give that next person some hope. So ladies and gentlemen, straight up, it's your life. Own it. My name is Pam McCray. Super excited to share this incredible conversation with each and every one of you on this Saturday morning on the West Coast. afternoon on the East Coast, and everything in between. All you got to do is make change now and don't allow another day to pass you by. All right, so get back and invite you on here today. Say yes. And I welcome every single one of y'all. I don't care what it looks like. I welcome y'all to the winner's circle. All right. We all win. Let me tell you, there's no life like being an entrepreneur. All right. You got to get out there. You got to go get it. You need a vehicle? Add this to your list of vehicles. And let's make some extra money. All right. So, great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Tell somebody, share this with somebody. Somebody out there, need to see this, need to watch this. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing all of y'all. Not from the top, but at the top. The bottom is way too crowded, and I promise you, as an entrepreneur, as we fight every day for every single dream, we're going all the way to the top. So goodbye, everybody. Yes. Welcome to the winner. See y'all later.